Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna do another manga overview. This time it's Origin Volume 1 by Boichi. And yeah, it came out a couple of days ago, I believe yesterday or the day before. I got it 2 days ago and I've read it and yeah, let's talk about it. You can see what the story is here about. It's the price here is about, let's say, can you see it? Yeah. USA 12.95 and Canadian 70.50, and it's about 200 pages, I guess. I mean, probably all of normal manga is 200 pages, so you got, like I said many times before, you get value for money. So Boichi, let's talk about him first. I do not know much about it. I do know that he is a very beloved. Well, beloved is probably not the best word, but. People like him a lot of his art style. He did Dr. Stone and I believe some kind of an adventure manga. I could be totally wrong. And a manga called Jesus Christ, Sunken Rock. I believe that's Sunken Rock. Yes, that's a fighting action martial arts manga. Now, what is this? This is his newest work. Basically, he's also a little bit of a background, so I looked it up who this guy is. He's come from Korea. He's from the 70s, and he's now living as a manga artist in Japan. So, like I said, he's just very popular. So this is more like a science fiction, and it's about robots. Well, and then you can say, well, robots, we've seen them many times before. Yeah, sure, but it depends on what you like about those manga or not. So I'm gonna spoil a lot, by the way. So if you don't want to get spoiled, don't watch this video. Maybe you can come back a little bit later and hear what I have to say. When I hear people talk about Boichi, they talk in such awe of this guy that I thought, okay, well, this is gonna be a grim, nitty-grim manga, with a lot of blood and guts. Well, to a certain degree, there is that, but it also has some goofy humor that I didn't saw coming. So this is Origin. That's how he calls himself, right? And he is a part of a criminal group that wants to, rob. He has going to do a heist, and I believe he is infiltrated or something. And these guys want to be Yakuza. But he also can hear people breathing, and so he's analyzing if some of them are robots. Because, well, if you are talking, you breathe in, and then you're gonna talk, right? And but his reactions to certain things is very unusual because he doesn't know human behavior. So he does stuff like this, and then everybody's looking at him and says, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" Right? So these criminals talk about things that walk on the street that doesn't look like humans, right? And they're a little bit scared of that, and they talk about, hey, maybe this Japanese or North Koreans are doing. And so Origin thinks one of them is here among us, right? And and then the humor comes in. So this other guy is also part of the team. He says, hey, I'm sorry I'm late. And he says, hey, who is this broad? And he says, hey, it's just some hooker. And she says, oh, Mr. Big Bad Gangster, are you going to kill me? And he says, no. And then she says, hey, let me go on along the way with a heist because I want to get rich too. that came so out of nowhere that cracked me up real good. Anyway, and so they are very fired up. They are going into the van. And I must say the detail is pretty amazing. And so it seems that they are, preparing, and he has no weapon. He has only a hilt of a sword, right? And there's reasons for that, but I'm not going into. And then he realized that, I look at this. Isn't this incredible, right? So they are here at this warehouse where they are needed to be. And there's this, oh yeah, they need to let me go a little bit back. So they need to, how to say, they want to get rid of, just give me a second. Yeah, nano materials, cybernetic materials, and all that's more worth than gold. But it just sits there, right? And instead of thinking, hey, this could be a trap, they say, woohoo, it's a lucky day, right? But then something happens here in the background. So I go into spoiler territory. So if you, again, do not want to see it. So the one that is the robot is, guess what? It's it's this girl. Yeah, and she's pretty strong, and she wants to kill all of them, right? Um, so they are basically all done for, except for I skip a couple of pages, by the way. Boichi, sorry, that's the artist Origin, and he does this, and holy shit, man, this looks so incredibly good. So yeah, he is a cybernetic guy too, basically a robot. And they're gonna have a fight with each other, right? And it looks all stunning and awesome, as you can see here. But why are they fighting? Well, it seems, skipping a lot, it seems that he wants to just be left alone, and he wants to live among humans, and there's a reason for that. So it seems that he has been created by his creator, his father, and there's 8 other robots too, and that reminds me immediately of Pluto. Still haven't read this. This is volume 2, but it also has about a couple of robots, but they are being eliminated. But this is totally another story, right? And there's the antagonist is this guy called Ken. But Ken, they are all robots, by the way, and he has been. Yeah, his head is on this metal beam, and I don't know why, and it's not being explained. So what I've noticed with manga is that it takes a while to get the story going, that the story's being more fleshed out, it takes a time, etc., etc., which intrigues me. So we also see some flashbacks, what's happened in the past, and this is the creator, and this is this origin here, right? Don't want to show too much. Yeah, there is some nudity in here, but not, over the top or for, raunchy. It's not very raunchy or something. It's just, well, it's maybe no. It's there's some fan service. Let's leave it at that. But it's pretty minimal. I think it's not really over the top and offensive or anything. So yeah, he's using the upgrades from other robots to enhance him himself, and he's looking out that he is, what the fuck? Look at this! How good it is! Oh my god, so good. So yeah, he's going to work for the very first time in some kind of a cybernetic research center. And he is almost being caught because, hey, get that robot out of here. So it seems that this woman has a phone that is a small robot, and that gave him almost a heart attack, if you can. Robots don't have hearts, but you know what I mean. So they are being, led to this guy, and he says, hey, welcome to the robotics team. And then we are getting introduced to all these people here. And, this is a student called Kian, and this is my hero. She's a robotic nerd who developed a natural language model that's important for later. And and Origin thinks, well, this is the best way that I can hide myself amongst, people that make robots, right? And maybe can also upgrade himself. But he also says there is a reason that he's here, because the very people who ruined my father and set his factory ablaze, those are these people, I guess. So there's also more of a revenge plot, I guess, right? This is the place for me. So it could be that maybe he's talking about another group of people that ruined his father, and that this is the place to be where he can be himself. Like I said, there's some goofy humor in here, which I really like. Skipping a few pages, they are going to, eat right? That's what Japanese people do. They're going after work. And but like I said, he doesn't know how to behave human. So they say, "Hey, how does the food taste?" Well, he cannot taste because he has any taste buds. And it goes on and on a little bit. And he thinks that this girl is onto him. Now, why? Like I said, she is. Oh yeah, we have also this stuff. But let's skip that a little bit. Yeah, like I said, some fan service. So this girl says, "Hey, you're like a robot." What do you mean? He says, huh? But I noticed your subtle speech patterns, your grammatical tics. It sounds like the MHAI language model. MH? That's the language pack I'm installed with, he says. And she says, tee. It could just be my pride in my work, but I actually talk like that too. Makes me happy to meet someone else who speaks the same way. Okay, Saved by the Bell. So she's very drunk, and he is, taking her home, and so she's reaching out, but it's cold. So he warms up his, part of his hand. So, he appears more human, right? And we also more flashbacks, what's happened in the past. It's very subtle. It's very short, and and it seems that the other robots found him. And now, how did they found him? So the blonde girl, her model is destroyed, and they are now want to have revenge on the person that does that. The trick is that they think. Oh, by the way, before they think. Now look at this. I think that's great. They're using her hair. She's using her hair as a ninja mask because of the nano cells in her body, which is pretty great. So they think they have the right person, but like I said earlier, the girl that has the also behaves like a AI program package. Well, they think it's her because of her tics and her, how she speaks and how she breathes. Basically, this is of course the wrong target, because the real target is is Origin, but they don't know that yet. So, and then when they found out, there's going to be a battle, and the battle is freaking awesome. There's only one big downside. The downside is that he has only a couple of % energy left. So yeah, he needs juice, and the ending is more like how he's getting out of here, because he is pretty much damaged, and like I said, the art looks good. It's now not only good, it looks amazing, and I'm very intrigued where this is going. So like I said, check it out if you want to know what the whole story about this volume 1. I'm gonna definitely pick volume 2 up because I like the art so much, and I even find the